Let us continue playing Darkest Dungeon, where I am making the final preparations. We have gone through the first few people, upgraded their skills to level 3. I've actually included a new skill for Little Debbie, because unfortunately most of her abilities aren't really linked up, but having Judgment for an extra attack plus self-heal seems like an okay idea. We'll keep the Hand of Light for the moment, because I think that's slightly better than the... let's see, damage order half, minus 20 damage, plus the extra damage versus Unholy. I think that makes sense to just have... She's unlikely to be in the front of the party a lot, but that'll work out there. So if we sort by level here, you'll notice we have some people at level 1 who we would probably want to train up at this stage, if only to get them close. So our plan here is to embark upon a... Let's think about this. Do we want a cove adventure? I could probably afford to do a cove adventure, actually, just get that out of the way. Though, we have a... Oh, bear with. Right, apologies. So yeah, we got a debate here. And obviously we have 3 experience points for each of these. The Warrens, we have a long way to go towards the boss, but in theory we're going to knock a boss with both the Ruins and the Cove. And we know we still have one of each of these 3 still to go. So I'm quite content to go and do the Cove mission first, build up the most money. And who can we actually send on this? We can send a Holland, that'll take him up to the limit. We can send a Slime Boy. We can send a Crockery. And we can send a Ronald. And while I could probably afford to go and upgrade most of their skills, I'm going to actually leave them as is for the moment. We have 2 heavy damage dealers at the front. This should be absolutely fine. I'm actually quite content to leave you with that. In the meantime, though, let's... actually, no, we will unequip everybody. Sort by class. There we go. So, plus 15 damage in the front position. We have the 2 heads, which we can sell for not a lot, actually. Well, they're not worth all that much, but still. That'd be a total of 40% extra damage for the extra stress we're going to take. I think we can probably afford to keep that. So moving on to you. Slimeboy does not have a stun skill from memory. No, it does have a Holy Lance, which, admittingly, I thought was better than it was, but I suppose it means I can still do some shifting shenanigans, and it might be more useful for later. But for now, we'll keep the heal up, because we don't have a lot in this game. At this moment. So, for you, we're going with the extra Crusader, and we'll give you the stress relief dodge item as well. Our Jester can have the Bloody Dice and the Lucky Dice. And our Arbalist at the back. Apparently got rid of. Ronalds. Come back here. And you can have the Bandana. And we'll give you, I suppose, the... Gambler's Charm. Additional hit points for that. I think we can give you the Scouting bonus. Just because you would like to scout out there. You're actually really slow, but doesn't matter. You'll be last in the order. We'll make do. We'll make do. So, all that having happened, let's go to the Cove. So, provisioning up. 1 shovel... One of you. Stack of 8 torches. Stack of 12 food. If we need any more than that, well, it'll be fine. It's only a short adventure anyway, so... For all's will explode if left for too long. We know that. We've experienced that. We have so much damage now at the front, we should have no problems.
Fish is almost unbearable.
Okay. So, standard pathing, we just basically go around the houses and we won't have to do the last room. And immediately we encounter some thralls. But we begin with a dodge. Okay, and Slamboy is already up to 50, which is a little worrying. Still, shot 25. The amount of damage we do out of this is ridiculous. Do the song. Which also had a speed increase, which is always nice. Both of them have acted, so we'll go for the kill at the back.
singular strike.
And a crit happening there. Exactly where we called it. Stress relief all round. Do some stress heals because apparently that's become an issue. And since you are at the back, boom. Our Arbalist actually is quite well sorted out to sorting his issues out, because obviously the Bolus moves back. So, moving on. Loot. But yeah, he's really well balanced in terms of things. The only downside is I think the Bolus cures... No, it doesn't clear corpses. Awesome. Right, we move to here. Torch 1, in we go.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And the hope is we'll be able to get around without necessarily needing to use up all the torches, but 1 per room should be okay. Trap.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Okay. Debuff's happened. We gain some more heirlooms. Couple more deeds. We're getting there. We are getting there. And encounter. Which we have surprised them for. Awesome. Right. Let us begin then with Harvest. Let's get some bleeding damage down to the middle. Truly amazing. Chop to eliminate you. Smite to eliminate you.
Give them no quarter.
Snapshot to the back. Begin the stress. And you've nicely moved forward for us. Eldritch Push. Which did shift you, but it's okay. We can still harvest. We could solo. Moves you to the front, but I think we're fine with harvesting. So the Brawler is dead. Thankfully, Slimeboy resisting that. You shift. Not much I can do here, is there? Go for an Inspiring Cry, because that will raise the torch rate as well. Sniper shot for the kill.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And we do the dance! Again, I probably could use the stress heal rather than that, but there's a chance we encounter something before we have to worry about that. Unlock Strongbox. Fair enough. We picked up 4 deeds already, which is very nice. Alright, moving on. Torch down by 1, back up. And the encounter begins. Call of the Deep. A shock. Which does stun, unfortunately. Alright. That didn't work. Okay, chop though should be lethal here. 23. You're out. Managed to resist the debuff, thankfully, and we're going to shoot you at the back. So Shaman down to 2. Harvest time for some crit damage. Being said, we are taking a bit of a battering here. Chop you free. Could go for a party heal, but I think we'll save that for our Arbalist. Actually, I think we will just sniper shot you and get rid of all the stress issues. We have food, so we can do some healing if we need it. Stress healing back there. Alright, chop it is. Which is dodged. See what slash for 9. Taking quite a bit more damage than I would like here. I wonder if that works on the food as well, or there's just heal abilities, because it doesn't seem to say. Anyway, we're giving it another chance to do some more damage to us, and it does. Overall, then, this wasn't worth it, but... well, let's continue with some stress heals. It's already had a go. We've got 2 more people with go, so I'm willing to just mess around with some heals here. Chop. Chop 17, and we have a full set of inventory now. Both of those are common items. But we have 2 food. We can just go nom and grab one of these. We already have that for our guy anyway, but... so I feel that's going to be worth more than the holy water in a little bit. Probably. Probably, but we shall see. So moving on. Right, now this thing causes a positive trait on somebody. So I think the best one to use it at the moment is you. Message has a lasting impact on the hero. Clutch hitter. Okay, so he now has an increase in crit chance if his health is low. Which, not quite up to that level yet. In we go. And we get a scout report. Okay. I see fish. And that's a lot of stuff. Okay. So 2 food, which I can just eat now, actually. And I'm okay with missing out on 25 gold. So that went quite well. Now, though, the encounter. They are surprised. Good. Gives us a chance of doing something. Harvest time. You've critted on almost every single attack you've made thus far. On at least one of the targets. 6. Not quite enough with the bleed damage to be lethal. You're chopped away for 17. Did leave a corpse, unfortunately. You're chopped away. Alright, you're on your own on 1 health. What have you got? Blanket fire. Alright, stress heal on yourself. No need to continue on, so I'm just going to go and do a self-stress heal.
Slowly.
And he's out before I can do any further healing. Right, 575 gold. I'm going to gamble here. You're full. Apparently that's as much as I can do. Bit of a gamble, but there is money involved, and this is the primary reason for doing this. Is there an encounter in this room? We don't believe so. Okay. Onwards, then we get the scout report. So we have a couple of encounters coming up, and we're completely out of food. For God! Ah!
Gnawing hunger sets in, turning the body against itself.
Fine.
The mind.
Tax contents are ours. 50 gold.
The match is struck.
That was annoying.
Blazing star is born.
I don't know. We just had this magnificent meal. Oh, when do we eat? What? What do you mean we've ate all the food? No! Alright. Let's strike another torch because that gives us maximum light for this encounter. Double sea maggot is interesting. Harvest time, hoping for some bleed damage on you. Yes, there we go. So he's dead in 2 rounds regardless of what we try. Let's go for the good old bolus. Another shocker. Which has caused stun effects. Followed by some brain for 2. Managed to resist the plague, thankfully. Right, more harvest time. 1 lethal. And both of them are now taking bleed damage. Salty Gouge, which unfortunately is causing bleed effect. We can cure that though, provided there is another one here. Arguably you're not as important to keep alive, so I'm just going to go do that, have you go with the bleed chance here. Staunch the flow and hew away those bodies if you can. Which now means we're doing some healing. I think what we've learned here, never get rid of all of your food. And shop. Right, some more gold. And we move on. So, battle time. 2 more rooms to go after this. And it's a group of spearfishers who are surprised. Right. Harvest. 2 for 2, 1 bleeding. Sniper shot at the back. I'm going to be bleeding for another round at least. Smite you for kill. Also, I should really have swapped these 2 positions around a while back. I don't know why I haven't. I mean, still I'm doing enough damage to kill things, but... Okay, all looks good. Yeah, unfortunately, they get another round, because they're quicker than us. Right, the attack there, 2. 5 damage plus additional bleed stacking. Means that guy's 1 from death. And he's dead now. That's it is the amount of damage we're actually taking at this point, really. Solo time. When their accuracy drops, that should be everything getting a bit lethal. Bolus brings you into range. Inspiring Cry. Followed by Chop.
This expedition at least
A Virtuous Chalice for 2 food. How are we doing on health here? You're actually the lowest because you don't have a good starting hit point thing, so I'll just heal you 2 points. Grab the chalice. And now we have a fish idol. Curses. Okay, Evil Force, so you're minus 12 dodge until the end of this. That's probably worth a go. This is why I should have kept the holy water. Right. 2 more rooms to go. There's nothing in the next one. What happens after that?
Packs full of steel and war. But nary a thought given to the plow. As the light gains purchase,
This is not going well. I might have to do the last battle like this as well.
made clear.
Alright, last room. If we have one more encounter, we'll probably be okay. We know the antitoxins work here. So you're cleansed. Torch up. And if we have a final encounter, let's hope we get through it fairly easily. Nope, we have done. Return to Hamlet.
Despite its
And have a meal.
aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
Almost. 6 more deeds, though. Which has us closing in on our target. An extra portrait. And some traits. And 2 diseases I'm noting there. That's 100% food consumed. Yeah, we need to fix that. And you don't like the ruins, so we probably won't be able to send you back there.
In time, you will know that
You have returned from your search for holy meanings, Elios. What have you found, if anything? You found nothing. Okay, the good news is we do have 2 medical ward treatment places available. We did do that last time. So those 2 will be off. And if I look towards the embarkation... That's still not a boss, actually. A few more things to do. We can certainly go into the wheel and pick up some more... deeds. We get 6 definitely. And how many do we need? We need 7. So that's a good chance. I think that's where we go next then. We go and do that adventure. And then we shall see. After we got the weapons up to level 3, I'm probably going to see about upgrading our roster, getting a new group in, just to do low-level missions and grind some gold, because clearly we need some more gold. That's for another time, though, so I shall say until then.